Hi. Football is back again, and so is football analysis on the Football for Life show. So glad to have you guys. It's a new season. Arsenal bet for starting the season tonight. So basically, what we do now is analyze the chances of the top six. I put I put Leicester City. It's a new season. I put Leicester City 87. Then probably West Ham. They're in the UEFA Europa League this season. So analyze the chances of each and every one of these teams getting into the top four, who wins the league, comes second, third, and those that complete the spot for Europe. And yeah, so there we go. First, champions Manchester City. They're gonna be wearing the champions bag this season, and yeah, I give them a 40%. Yeah, and definitely still the favorites. They've got a stronger squad than any else's. And what else? That team probably sucks because when you look at you putting out over £100 million British pounds for a Jack Grealish, they can't even bust into an English team that was capable of winning the Euros, an English team that got to the final of the Euros, and was at the brink of winning it. I mean, they lost some penalties. I mean, penalty shootout is definitely a game for anyone rather. So, think about a Jack Grealish. I can't even burst into the English team, the English midfield. He could end it any time. Jack Grealish is a top player any day, and I wouldn't dispute the fact that he's not worth 100 million. I mean, he's as good as that. I mean. But to me, I'm getting a sum of £5 million for Jack Grealish. But you know the market's going crazy these days, and you can't just expect a player with such quality to go for T but 5 million. I mean, might to take the first out. Uh, you have 2, 3 playmakers in the team that can do what Jack Grealish does. I mean, look at what Ike Gundogan did when Kevin De Bruyne was out last season. I mean, he was even the player of the month. He bossed the game against Liverpool when they defeated us at Anfield 4 games to nothing. I remember that vividly. I mean, Ike Gundogan was the player of the month. So I don't see any reason why you've got to bring in another playmaker when you've got 2 or 3 guys that can do the same thing that Jack Grealish would offer your team. A best bargain for City would have been Harry Kane, and I understand that Harry Kane is actually making the deal. Tottenham are actually making the deal more and more difficult. If it were to be as smooth as you would expect, the deal should be done and completed the line. But seems Spurs are not just willing to let it go, even with CD ready to activate his release clause of over €150 million, I guess. So um, that would definitely have been the best bargain for City. They play without a striker. Let's say without a striker, yeah. Last season, Gabriel Jesus was so much off for most part of the season. Even had contemplations of being loaned out in January 2021. I mean, it was that bad. Ryan Sterling wasn't in top form, but bashed into the Euros team, and I think he's in top form right now. Would definitely be a hot one for City. Although speculations coming from different sources that Madrid want him for over £90 million. No, he's rated for over £90 million according to the transfer market official. So City don't have a proper line. Bringing Harry Kane, that would be your best bargain. Not the Jack Grealish that kind of to bust into the English team. Although Jack Grealish is a very good player. Please don't misquote me, but I mean, yeah, that was Jack Grealish. Manchester United, I put this in the order of the organogram of position last season. Manchester United, I give them a 16.7% of winning the league. They've got a very good squad. Adding on Rafael Varane and Jadon Sancho, we would just rest on that name, Jadon Sancho. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out to say now it might take some time for Jadon Sancho to fit into the team as you would expect, you know, coming from the Bundesliga. And we've got a couple of years of from the Bundesliga this summer, and seems like gonna be doing pretty good. But Jadon Sancho rather, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out to say it's gonna take some time for him to fit into the team, so we might not just see him in action in the first few weeks of play for Manchester United. But Rafael Varane, I think he might have some difficulty adapting to the style of playing the Premier League. We play faster football, yeah, and that was what Rio Ferdinand was saying, that he's got to. One thing is your quality, and another thing is you adapting to the style of play, and that's definitely gonna turn around forever. And so we might just see an informed Harry Maguire and the usual Victor Lindelof centre back partnership for Manchester United against Leeds tomorrow about 12:30. Um, yeah, 12:30 Nigerian time. Let me not take that far. Yeah, so they've got a very, very good squad. I mean, they're working hand in line with Bruno. All the players have been brought in, the players who complete brand Bruno. I wouldn't say the team is built around Bruno, but he's definitely most respectful player on the team, and of course the best of all for players in the team. Paul Pogba, very, very rich in form, and looking at what he did with France in the Euros. I mean, so you would expect more of him. I'll switch that. I'll give you 18.7%. They've got a pretty good squad, to be honest. Take bands outside, I mean, but they might not just push for that title. They're not there yet, but they've got a very good squad. You gotta admit that, but I don't see them pushing for the title. Champions League, maybe, probably. They crashed out in Group Stage last season. Probably a surprising quarterfinals. Max, I give them in the Champions League, and they might just go on to win the League Cup with that squad, I guess. Yeah, considering they got to I think the semi-finals of the FA Cup last season. Not bad. Liverpool Football Club. Now, one thing is, so unfortunate we've got FSG as our owners. They could not bring in a proper striker. We've got Divock Origi. See what happened to him last season. Everyone knew he was off. Roberto Firmino played at the first night, and one advantage we've got is our front three, despite not being strikers, wingers, and a 10. Firmino actually isn't a proper 10, so Divock Origi is our only striker. Plus, Brian Bersa, but we sold them off to Sheffield United last season with £30 million back clause. Not bad for a player that's gonna boom in next few seasons, I guess. And he's made his debut for Sheffield in the Sky Bet Championship, by the way. So we don't have a proper striker. That's number one. Number two is, if we're not to have a proper striker, then an informed number 10 is gonna be him. Thiago Alcantara bosses the game week in, week out. Injuries come in, and Jordan Henderson, a lot of people say he's an average player. I see Henderson to be a very, very fantastic player, but nonetheless, we're gonna need a 10, and a 10 is not actually coming to fit in for Gini Wijnaldum. Not necessarily you need someone to fill in for Gini Wijnaldum. So Fabinho said. I mean, they've got the quality in the team. Fabinho, of course, is still one of the best DMFs in the world. I mean, so good at this game. Apart from Jorginho, I can't say. Fabinho Tavares, rather. that was pitched out. Fabinho Tavares. I pick Kante ahead of him. And apart from Kante, I think Fabinho Tavares is the best at what he does in the universe of football. So Fabinho, well, good. We need that 10. We've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Season in, season out, looks like a new signing, but let's see what it brings in. Got a goal on the final day of the league campaign for the 2020-2021 season. I mean, that would boost his morale, and the speculations that he might be out on loan to Southampton before the transfer window closes. Let's see what happens. Takumi Minamino coming in. I see more of him. He's been so fantastic in the preseason. And one player I'm not talking about is Harvey Elliott, the wonder kid. Got on loan to Blackburn Rovers last season, and we thought, oh, he might just go out on loan this season. But no, Gary Club has come out to say Harvey Elliott's gonna stay with us. And apart from that, I don't think we've got any problem. VVD is back. He's back with a long-term contract till 2025. I mean, he's yet to stay, and we're so happy for him. Joe Gomez is back as well. We were Matip, the glass. He's also back as well. Ibrahim Akinaju, and the speculations are Ibu might just start with Nathaniel Phillips, and on the first game day against Norwich, when we do travel to Carrow Road tomorrow, 6:30 Nigerian time. So not bad as well. If we're seeing Ibu starting the campaign for us, VVD is just coming. He's had a competitive game, but had over 45 minutes in the game against Osasuna, then had 15 minutes. Came on 75 in the 75th minute when we lost 3-2 in the preseason to It's not RB Salzburg, I guess. Can't remember. But it's had a couple of minutes during when the training, just on the line time going to try boost for a huge boost for Ismaurane against the game tomorrow. And according to Sky Sport News, Virgil van Dijk will start the game against Norwich City tomorrow. So that's all about Liverpool. I see as serious contenders. I mean, serious contenders. We won the league in 2020. 2021 was say this year. 2022 is gonna bring forth for who? Let's see. It's so in question. Chelsea Football Club. You can't just rule them out. They've got one of the best squad in Europe right now. I hate to say this, but of course they do. They've got one of the best squad in Europe right now. Romelu Lukaku. I mean, I wouldn't want to dwell much on them. Defeated Villarreal so 3 days ago. I still believe they're gonna improve on their football, and with that, there will be serious challenges for the title. Leicester City missed out on top 4 football with a loss to Tottenham, 3-2 on the final day of the league. But this season, they've got this brilliant Patson Daka. Man, this guy is firing. Let's see what they've got this season, because United, we've heard indeed I'm right from these guys. I mean, they're our own boys here, so we expect them to give them an all best. Yeah, West Ham, they're gonna play champion Europa League football this season. And they've not got Jesse Lingard. Let's see what they do. But I believe they can finish in the top 8 again once again, and top 7, and probably go for go to Europe again. I mean, back-to-back European competition participation. I don't see them going for in the Europa League, except if they do make a huge signing before the summer transfer closes, and which might definitely not happen. Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane saga. I feel Harry Kane is not gonna live, and I feel he's gonna play for Spurs for one more season before it definitely leaves. Before it finally leaves. Tottenham, they have the quality to boss the newly launched UEFA competition, and if they do go for it, if they do, can they win it? It's Spurs always, the bottle did. If they do win it, they might be. They've got a new manager as well. Espirito, came from Wolves, and they had this saga of getting the manager over the summer, but they're fine with Espirito now, former Wolves manager. And it's quite comfortable with the league, so they've got that added advantage. Let's see what the season brings forth for them, and I see them going to find the UEFA competition. Arsenal finally. I will not write them off as contenders, but they were not contend for the league. quite ironical. But they'll make the top 6 this season. Let me know what you think, guys. It's a new season, and who's gonna win the league? The big question. Wonder Kid, and this video is sponsored by the Football Fly Show. Peace.